Alright, hello you guys. We are on our path to the lake. It is early evening. I have Kratos still here on the leash because we've been working on his walking. First of all, I went to work on his walking because, first of all, he's absolutely horrible in it. When there's no distraction, so nobody out. No. I also want to correct him because he wants to do whatever Jack does, and he needs to be his own person. Like, I'm tired of him trying to follow Jack. Like, whatever, doesn't matter what Jack's doing, he needs to follow my direction. So he's been getting plenty of leash corrections. Mostly we're just trying to stop and sniff. Not so much we're trying to follow Jack, but no. Hold on, let me fix this collar. No. See, stubborn. What'd I say? He wants to take off and follow Jack, which is not going to happen. Maybe on the way back, I'll let him off lead. But for right now, it's not going to happen. So the issue with this choke chain is simply that it's too big. Come on, let's go. So this is why I have to actually hold it by the chain. Enough, stop choking yourself. Jack, move out of the way. So I actually have to hold it by the chain to actually get a good grip on it and have it. I mean, it keeps slipping, which is also because it's too big, but to have a good, no. Jack went over there in the corner. He wants to follow. No, enough. So yeah, so all the way down to the end, which will be about 30-40 minutes. So he keep having to stop to correct his leash, which is my fault because, like I said, this thing's way too big. But he's going to be on it all the way to the end. And when he gets back, when we turn around, I might let him off. We'll see how he reacts. But like I said, he's so focused on what Jack's doing that he's, not really listening to what I have to say, which is an issue. So, which is why we're out here working on it. Anyway, and also, Jack's doing very well. I haven't had to use the e-collar, although she is wearing it. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to continue. I guess I can keep recording, I guess. It's going to be probably really windy and very boring because Kratos is at my side. But, see, very focused on what Jack's doing. Now, so I'm going to sit down. That's all we're doing right now. Alright, let's go. See, already going. Yeah. He's probably the worst now because he wants to be doing whatever Jack's doing, which is not going to happen. You know what? Let me actually switch their collar out. 1 second. Alright, we're back. I haven't gone anywhere. I just changed it to martingale because it's a bit more fitting for his size. I can actually hold the leash properly. Look at this good girl. Look at her. She ain't even on leash. She decided she's going to sit down and wait. What a good girl. Alright, let's go. No, you're not playing with a little boy. Enough. So you're going to probably see a lot of jerking because he's alternates between trying to push in front of me and trying to stop the sniff, and I want him to walk heel. So when Jack goes off in front, also I really don't like this lead because my hands keep slipping. Like, I don't have actually a good grip on this. So when I stop, he should sit, but he wants to do what Jack's doing. Sit. Yeah, I actually don't like this lead because I can't really get a good grip on it. I'll try doing this with this. You don't really want to have your, he's a smaller dog at the moment, but you really don't want to have your hand wrapped up in the lead, especially with a dog that pulls, because it can really mess you up if they suddenly start running towards something and you have it like that. But anyway, this is going to be really awkward to kind of walk with this. So I'm gonna get to the end, and on the way back I'll get another video and you guys will see if he's doing any better because he'll be off lead. So talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright you guys, we have made it to the lake. As you guys can see, it is very windy out. I just have Jack out right now. I might let Kratos off, but the waves are very heavy. And I really just want to focus on Jack right now. I don't think she's going to run out there, to be honest. But, enough. So they're trying to play, but Kratos is still on lead. So let's see him get corrections over here, at least corrections. So he did okay, but he's still... Alright, I think I'm gonna let him off. Oh, that's my battery's gonna die. Kratos, sit. Kratos. Kratos. Ah. What did I say? Sit. So hard-headed, but I do have to keep collar on him if he wants to not listen. Okay. Back, you guys. Alright, you guys. Kratos, get back over here now. Oh, that was a good boy. So I really want them to stay in this area. So in front of me, preferably. I mean, I can even back up a little bit if they want some extra space. Well, they cannot go past those bushes. Sorry guys, my battery's gonna die. I really thought I charged my phone, but apparently I didn't. I have 10% already. So I'm gonna basically record until it dies. So, and I'll see, I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to get the walk back, which I'll probably do some loose leash with Kratos, but you know. Jack, get back over here, girl. Sorry, I'm trying to, Kratos, get back over here now. Kratos, now. What did I say? Oh, there he is. Boy. Kratos, get back over here now. Come back over here. So I know he wants to run away from Jack, and that's perfectly fine. But, you know, he has to see where I can see him. You know. I need to see him out here because, first of all, I'm pretty sure there's probably some coyotes over here. And, you know, there's people that's walking around, so, you know. You guys can see something. But you can see the waves are like really huge. So I'm glad that they don't know how to swim yet because I don't want them out there. But they're free to run away and or chase the waves as long as they don't go far out. But I will be teaching them how to swim this summer, so you guys look forward to that. I'm glad he's very curious. Oh, poor baby. So, oh, really? I'm not worried about it. There's so much coyote or whatever around here. I'm not even worried about it. Could be geese too. Geese look like sand. Oh, he's dirty. It's a mixture of the water and the sand. For an emergency, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright, you guys, we're back. I am so sorry that my phone died like that. We actually stayed out there for quite a while, and then on the way back, it was loose leash walking. So, not loose leash, but well, yeah, I mean not loose as in the leash is kind of free, but off leash walking. That's the better. So they are properly tired. Possibly Jack more than Kratos because Jack honestly spent, you know, she was off the leash the first time, so she was running back and forth while Kratos was next to me. So and they played kind of like this by the beach. So next time I promise I'll have my phone properly charged, and I will, you know, go ahead and make sure I can record almost everything, if not everything. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I love watching, I love watching people walk with like a group of 1 or 2 dogs. I love, well, not walking, but like going and hiking and stuff. Like I absolutely love watching that. Like I absolutely love it, particularly hiking. I do enjoy watching other people like with their dogs just play in general, but I love watching them hike. So Kratos tried to issue a correction to Jack. But Jack was issuing corrections at the beach. And let me tell you guys what happened. So, well, nothing major happened, nothing crazy, but basically, I did have the e-collars on them. I didn't have to use them out too often, and I did use them definitely more so on Kratos, but that's to be expected. He's very stubborn. But I not as much as I, not a lot at all, and just really just remind them like, hey, when I say come, you still have to follow directions. So they'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot you can still get to me when I'm far away. So, then they just start listening from there on out. So the times that so basically I let them off leash at the beach, as you guys saw, and they were playing, but I didn't want them to go behind me back to the trail and back, over there. So I, want them to stay in front of me. And so there was one time where Kratos ran off, and all I had to do was, call him to come, get him to come back, and he came back. And I'm sorry, I am charged, connected to the phone charger. I have 3% health, 3% health, lol, 3% charge on my computer, on my phone. But anyway, so he did come and call, but I guess Jack felt like she needed to correct him, and so she went over there and corrected him. Beat him up a little bit. I don't even say beat him up, just like a little bit of like, hey, you gotta listen next time. So it looks like Jack is starting to issue corrections, in a way I would have imagined an adult dog would do to a puppy. And so she's, I honestly can't say what now is going to happen, but I will say that she is starting to issue a little bit more corrections, and in a way where it's just not like, okay, correction, then let's play immediately after. It's not that anymore. Just like correction, okay, now you need to just stop. And Kratos, I will say, while he is starting, sorry, they're behind this big old tree. While he is starting to want to be dominant, the only way he actually really shows it is in the fact that, sometimes when they're playing, he tries to mount Jack. Sometimes he'll get an attitude, and you'll see that he's kind of the one that's kind of like trying to issue correction. More often than not, it's Jack. But his mounting, and then sometimes inside the house when they're laying down, he will kind of like nonchalantly like stand over Jack or try to lay on top of her. Which mostly, like, Jack was fine with him laying on top of her when he was smaller. But now that he's bigger than her, she just gets smushed and she moves out the way. I'm not sure how much of that is like him still wanting to cuddle as a puppy. Where is this little dog at? Little boy, you are the star of the show. You need to be in camera. Sorry, I literally cannot move from here, or my phone's gonna cut off immediately. But really, he stops right behind the tree. But anyway, like I was saying, so he's starting to, but he still does things like a puppy, and one of the things that he does a lot, which puppies do, is the mouth licking. So, young puppies, when they're with their mother, also particularly like wolves in the wild, but they lick their mother's mouth in order for their mother to regurgitate. And then other pack members do the same, but they lick the mouth so that their pack members can regurgitate, meat for them to eat. And that just kind of translates into submissive behavior as they grow up. You'll see submissive dogs do that to older dogs, just give a lot of kisses. And honestly, as they grow up, they should, ooh, bird, you might have made a mistake. Honestly, what was I about to say? Honestly, that stuff, they should outgrow that, but, submissive dogs, especially younger dogs, typically do that to older dogs. And Kratos is still prone to do it. And Jack will do it sometimes too. That's why I said she's not mature quite yet. But, watching that. So that's Kratos. He wants to play, but he's way too rough. Yeah, that's Jack saying no. See, that's correction. So Kratos kind of corrected back. They're chewing on their own sticks. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, come chase me, but I also understand, like, okay, they're just too high, so let's just chew on our own stick and mind our own business. So, like I said, as Kratos gets older, as he starts to want to be like, okay, I want to be the boss, I do expect this to happen. I don't think it'd be near as bad as if they were both the same gender. Because since they are, one's male, one is female, I expect it not to be that bad. But still, as of right now, Kratos is not the, while he's my alpha male, he's not the alpha out of the dogs. That is still Jack's role. So I do expect them to have arguments like that every once in a while. I thought about, so like I said, I watch a lot of people on YouTube who have other dogs, and there is some people who do this thing called pack feeding, where basically they just throw a lot of high value items on the ground, things that can be eaten like immediately, but something that dogs have to work on, and then they just let their dogs kind of sort things out by themselves. However, I do not believe that that would go well for me. I do believe that would definitely end up in a fight, simply because Jack, first of all, she is food aggressive, um, and to people, for sure, but that also kind of translates for sure to other dogs. She's not very tolerant of people with her food. I'm trying to watch to see if she's not limping, but honestly, I think she's just tired. She's doing the lazy girl walk. She's definitely less tolerant to dogs, for sure. So, and why I don't think I think that for sure she would just do a correction. The fact of the matter is that she is the smallest. Well, she will be the smallest out of the dogs. So I do get my other, my other Dogo Argentino Mastiff females. She'll be the smallest. And I don't think she would back down even if she is the smallest. So, which would just, turn into a full-blown fight. I just don't think that these are the dogs to do that kind of things with. They are not very tolerant of other dogs around and stuff. I mean, Kratos might be, I don't know. We'll see how he is with the new puppy, whenever I get her. But Jack is definitely not going to be tolerant to it. And honestly, like I said, she is more of a correction, like back up, and she's not going to go after and just attack them. She'll correct them and then keep it moving. I'll keep focus on her food. But it's just in the nature of another female, especially as that female gets older and becomes bigger than Jack, where she's gonna be like, nah, look, I'm bigger than you, I want to be the alpha, and they'll just progress from there. So long story short is I don't think that's something that I want to do. At least with the adult dogs. Maybe I'll do that with like puppies, I'll get some of my alphas out or my older dogs out, do something like that with my puppies so my puppies can learn boundaries. But as far as my older dogs, I just don't think I'm going to do that, because I do feel like with these dogs it would end up in just a huge fight, a huge mess, and I am not going to put my dogs through that. It's unnecessary. So unfortunately, they're just going to have to kind of figure things out through play, and which means they're going to need to be supervised. So I brought their water dish out here. You guys probably saw when I was, another place. Look at this dirty boy. You guys can't, I don't know why he looks like he's glowing in the video. Little boy is dirty. Boy's got an off-white color. But yeah, but anyway, like I said, next time I will be making sure I have full charge, because like I said, I'm the type of person who likes to watch people just hike through the wilderness with their dogs. Like, I love that. And so I don't know if you guys will like those videos. I have 2 dogs. I'm an amateur talking about absolutely nothing and everything. And so, but those are the kind of videos that I like, so I will try to get that. And I will also try to get videos of them playing outside or playing at the beach. So, but I just don't know how often it's going to happen, especially when it gets warmer, because I imagine there's going to be more people out when it gets warmer. But I think that what we're going to do is this Friday we'll probably go out down there again. This Saturday I think we're going to go to the beach. That's kind of like the park. There's a beach not there, but there's another beach the beach that we went to with Kratos, where there's a lot of people there. It's supposed to be like in the 70s, I believe. I think so. And so it should be nice and warm. So I am expecting that there'll be a lot of people out there, and hopefully it'll be warm enough for me to get in the hi baby boy. Hey Yosh, what's going on, man? What's going on, naked boy? Hi, sweet baby. I don't know if it's gonna be cool enough or warm enough for me to get in there, but what I really want to do is I want to get in the water and see if they would follow me in. Jack will probably be more likely to do it, but Kratos he'll be more hesitant, but he'll definitely try. But I'm mostly excited about that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get that on video because I'll be walking both the dogs. But one of these days I'll have a GoPro, so you guys can just watch it through my eyes, or at least if my eyes are on top of my head. So anyway, but I do look forward to that. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I don't really know. Oops, turning back around. So I think earlier today I was talking about getting what was I? See, I have a personal diary that I record because I'm too lazy to write, and I just I talk about my thoughts and try to sort them out that way. Okay, sorry. But I do remember saying that I wanted more small dogs so that because I'm really allergic to cats, and I want small dogs so that my dogs can learn to grow up with around small dogs. So, which means I'll probably end up getting another small dog in the distant future. I don't know what you guys consider distance, but I mean like in the next couple years. Because Kratos is not backing down. So start off as play, but then it escalated. So I mean, like I said, I'm not really worried about them. I think they'll sort it out and it'll be fine. But the fact is that Jack is not getting any bigger. Kratos is, and he's immature, so there's a real chance that Kratos can hurt Jack, which can then escalate into a fight because Jack's gonna feel like they need that, like, she's gonna feel a little bit of trap because she's gonna be smaller. And she might feel the need that she needs to defend herself, and Kratos is like, well, might feel like, okay, no, you're trying to test my position, and it might escalate, so I need to watch them. But like I said, I think once they figure things out, it'll be fine between them because just their opposite gender. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I think I was getting, like, I wanted to have smaller dogs, but that's kind of more for like an inside thing. You know, like I said, I usually don't have Paco out here when they're out here because they are just a lot. They're a lot all the time, and while they don't necessarily, you know, spend that time chasing, they don't, you know, chase Paco. Every once in a while, they're like, oh, hey, you're over here, and they'll go bother him, but they don't chase Paco. They're not trying to play with Paco, you know. Paco's just out here, but the danger of Paco being out here with them is just being in the way of their play and getting hurt. So I'm not really worried about them stepping on him per se, but I am worried about them hurting him with their play. So I want Paco to be out here and be able to enjoy the yard. Paco is actually the one dog that I have that will hang out here forever, so long as it's like bright outside and nice. But that just, I mean, makes me feel weird because we do have bird of prey around here. Like I said, I can't leave him out here with any of the other dogs because they're just too rough, right? And while I probably could let them out with Jack, but like, so Jack is a player. She's gonna want to try to play with Paco, and I want a dog that will ignore him. Be like, okay, hey, you out here, I'm out here. Let's just enjoy being out here together, but not really deal with each other. So I was thinking about getting another guardian breed that's kind of focused around like flock, you know, because you know there's breeds out there that guard the flock, but they also don't have you know, very strong prey drive. And the one dog that keeps popping up in my you know, when I do research on what dog I would get is the Great Pyrenees Mountain Dog. So, which would be pretty cool because the Great Pyrenees Mountain Dog is literally just a large white shaggy dog, which would match with my Dogo Argentino Mastiffs. However, it's not gonna be like I'm gonna get like a lot of them. Probably while I'm here, I would think about getting one, a female naturally, and just have her hang out here with Paco. And I'll probably get another small dog eventually because, you know, I do want them to be able to, you know, because Paco's getting up in age. But that's like the smaller dog's a ways away, right? But I do want a dog that comes out here and hang out with Paco while I'm inside, or, you know, while I'm inside, because like I said, Paco likes to hang out here and just do nothing. He'll slowly make his way around the yard, be sniffing on stuff. He'll lay down in the back, chase some flies, and he just likes hanging out here, which I don't mind. But like I said, there's the birds of prey out here. Like, I'm pretty sure we have coyotes and foxes, which I'm not sure they can scale the fence. My fence isn't really that tall. It's probably like 4 feet, almost 5 foot, but it's not the tallest. So I'm just not entirely comfortable with having him out here by himself. And so I really wanted to get a dog like that. So I may end up getting, I know who I'm going to go through for a puppy if I do get a puppy, which I do think I will, but I just haven't figured out when that's going to be. I know that I'm trying to get a Dogo Argentino female this year. And I know that my next female, my second female, I probably won't get till next year, like late next year. The thing is, like, my thing with puppies, like, I like well-behaved dogs. So this is why I'm so excited for Kratos to finally be mature, where he would stop just grabbing stuff in the house to chew on. Because my issue with him now, like I said, he's made a huge jump when he was younger. But right now, he'll walk past something that's on the floor in the house and pick it up to chew on it, which I want him to start ignoring stuff. Like, it's not a toy. Stop chewing on stuff. And I want him to make that, you know, that difference. And also, when the dogs are inside the house and when they do get in trouble for playing, it's always Kratos who starts it. Now, I will say that Jack isn't trying to really stop it. You know, she'll just, you know, go along with it. But Kratos is the one who starts it. So I'm looking for the point where he is not trying to play. Like, he understands that there's no playing in the house. Just you know, stop trying to be stubborn and continue playing in my house. I'm also looking for him to not, like, you know, chew things around in the house. But honestly, like, that's a good point for him to be at this age. I'm very happy with where he is right now, but I'm excited for him to get that mature, just so that he can be out in the house as well too. But anyway, at night anyway. But anyway, the point is that I like getting my up and down he goes. He started that, and he's playing. His hackles are raised a bit, but mostly I would say he's playing. And Jack grabbed a toy, so they're definitely playing. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So, but my thing is like, I just don't know. I like to get dogs to the point where, so my biggest struggle with puppies is potty training, first of all, but then also just like the crate crying. And I am not sure if I want to deal with 2 puppies at the same time. If I get a Great Pyrenees female at the end of the year, like I plan on getting my Dogo Argentino Mastiff female. Also, the Great Pyrenees female, well, she's going to be huge as a puppy because Great Pyrenees are just large anyway. She's probably going to be my biggest female that I have. She, you know, I'm doing, I haven't done a lot of research, but what I can tell is they're not like guardian breeds, or you know, like bully breeds where they kind of want to make a point, like they're not rough and tough, like I guess I would say, like they're definitely guardians, but they're not necessarily rough and tough, which I'm kind of worried on how she's going to interact with all the dogs if I have, which I think she'd be fine with, like these dogs later in the year, because they're basically gonna be mature. Hopefully Kratos is mature. I know he's gonna still be a puppy, still probably very goofy, but hopefully he's a little bit more mature and what he needs to do. He understands right from wrong. He's not trying to be stubborn as much. And I know Jack, she'll be mature, like she's almost there now anyway. You know, she'll almost be a year old by the time I get the Dogo Argentino Mastiff female, if it goes towards plan. So I think that at that age it'll be fine if I just had the Great Pyrenees female. However, you know, if I have the Dogo Argentino Mastiff female, who I've actually specifically asked for, a female that's very confident and has very good rear regulation, but you know, that's the confident part that I want to kind of stick on. Like, I'm not sure if getting that puppy at the same time will be good, because while they might be around the same size, because like I said, Great Pyrenees are very, they might not. The Dogo Argentino Mastiff might be slightly bigger, because I won't be getting her until she's 4 months of age. But the Great Pyrenees, so I'm getting not locally, but you know, nationally, I don't know, I'm getting her from the US. Actually just a state over, so I'll be able to pick her up at 8 weeks, you know, 2 months of age, so she's going to be younger. So I'm not sure how that's going to, you know, work with the Dogo Argentino Mastiff. Hey, you guys can not squeeze between this little hole. Let's turn around. Alright. So that definitely was a little rough. Like I said, the learning boundaries. Kratos is pushing his. I don't know, whatever he had in his mouth made him choke, so that's why he stopped. But, what are you eating? No, I'm eating a stick. Why are you just making more mulch? So, that's probably the roughest I've ever seen arguments get. So I am just watching them around now to see what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to talk and keep going. Honestly, I want to replay that and see exactly what happened. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just them deciding like, okay, no, I don't want to share. But see, it's just like, he's like, hey, come play with me. But then also, if you try to, I'm going to, you know, try to dominate over it. So, like I said, Kratos is trying to push his position. But honestly, he's not in the position where Jack would respect that, even if she wanted to allow it, just because he is such a puppy inside the house. Like, yes, he's bigger, and that's literally all he has. He has size on his hands. That's the only reason why he's even trying. Otherwise, he doesn't really have the behavior in alpha, so, like I said, like, he doesn't. I will say, when we're at the beach today, he did kind of alert. There was somebody that walked down the path, and he did a little bit of alert. He kind of just watched him pass by. He did a little bit of like a woof, woof, not like a full-on barking or anything, and he didn't run off after them, which I appreciate. But he's starting to grow into himself. But he, like I said, he's a long way to go. Like, he has so many puppy tendencies. There's just no way. Okay, rude. Like, he doesn't see his rear angulation, kind of. I mean, he's squatting, which, you know, clearly. But he actually doesn't have super bad rear angulation. I'm wondering if I'm projecting the fact that I feel like they need better rear angulation than they do. But, sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic. But anyway, like I was saying, like, Kratos is still too much of a puppy to really have that position. So, you know, Jack's not going to respect it, and therefore they're going to keep having these altercations. I'm going to try to keep a closer eye on it, because I feel like I am going to start having to put these dogs into submissive posture if necessary. But, you know, anyway, like I said, a little bit of an argument, they are going to be fine. Okay, back to what I was saying. Long story short, I'm just not sure if I wanted to have a 4-month-old Dogo Argentino Mastiff puppy who's going to be confident and trying to settle in her way in the pack, and a 2-month-old Great Pyrenees female who's going to probably just be more gentler. You know, maybe she'll be submissive, maybe not, but like I said, she's going to grow quickly, so I just not sure how it's going to react. I just don't know how the Great Pyrenees female is going to interact with the pack. I think as an adult, like, I have a vision as her as an adult being fine, but as you guys can see here, they're gonna want to kind of move up in the pack as they grow up, and I need to make sure that it's okay. So Kratos is watching Jack. I want to make sure he doesn't go over there and just start stuff. He seems to be listening to whoever is barking in our neighborhood. I think it actually might be those reactive bully type dogs. Oh, this video is so long. Okay, sorry guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.